I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch.
All right, Coach, thank you as always. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 20. Five at the 24-yard line.
Stands in at their own 24-yard line.
Yellow. Tight right. Hey, you got 3 down.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Williams. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Right on these two. 180! Hey, 40's Mike, right there. 40's yellow. Showing it.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Check.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram, gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run for the first time with Justice Hill. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. He'll have a first down past the 40. There goes Mark Ingram. 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 12-yard line. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Check 3. Check out 3. Spot.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the Chiefs' 14-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Jackson. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Darren Lee, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. So it's third and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
He's checking. Crash. 49, check 49. Hey, alert 3.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Come off the ball. No. Off. Come back.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
65.
On the ground, this is Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Hey, 43, 15. Mike 40. You go night. Check 31. Mike's right.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike 48.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. Past the 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson, 48 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Jackson now. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Buddy up. 44. Mike 44.
This is Ingram on first and 10. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Jackson. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Jackson going to get this out to Brown. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, 42 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Shift. Hey, rib blitz. Undercut.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They give it to Williams, running right. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Jones on the return.
Here we go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
25, check 25, check 25. Watch out. Go. Football's the mic.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. They'll run on first down. It's Ingram, and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers. as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Go, go, go.
Now Jackson. Gonna throw again. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he slides to avoid the hit. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here I come. Mike 40. Yellow. 40's Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 40's
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Kill. Check the backer. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check 50. Check it.
On first down, Ingram. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line.
Switch. He's crashing. He's checking crashing.
That goes for a gain of 31.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
He's not going to get me.
They'll run here with Ingram, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll come out in the pistol. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch twist. Watch twist. 36. Under team.
Now here's Hill, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Yellow.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Blitz coming And down he goes. Tim Williams. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Jackson options out left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First down, Baltimore.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check, 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 check. Ready. Bang, 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 bang. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Hey, switch it. Check.
Jackson options out left. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
On the ready. Mike Bobo. If you won't get this boy, you think you won't get this?
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ingram. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Game situation. Let's go. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check 13. Check 13. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Ingram again. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
You got it.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On third down, Mark Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 4 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now for the extra point. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly. The offensive line, right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's one they certainly wish they had back, a loss of 8.
It'll be real interesting to take a look at this play later because on this pitch toss play, I get the sense that he just followed the pulling guard or the pulling offensive lineman through that hole and spilled this play early.
Yeah, because he didn't even get to the outer third of the field. He was tackled in the middle third.
Yeah, when you're talking about a pitch or a toss tackled there, that means they read it fast and diagnosed it and knocked him down in a hurry.
Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They run with Thompson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They run it again with Williams. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Attack! Check.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Coming to you.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Demarcus Robinson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Mike 51. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check, check, check.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
Jackson, options out left. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Check 26, check 26. 51 the mic, boy, 51. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He hits White, complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Shift. Watch the shift. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Ready, go. Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the screen. Pass. Let it go.
And now he'll tuck it and run. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the play.